All right. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Tina Blaze Show. And I'm here with Connecticut's own Kiinga. Kiinga is a rapper and a singer, which is amazing. Very hard to do both. So, super excited to just kind of get to know her. Super excited for you all to get to know her as well. So, welcome, Kiinga, to the
Thank
show.
you so much. Thank you for having me today. I'm so excited and grateful that you allow me to come on your platform. It's really dope.
Of course, absolutely. Really happy to have you. So, I definitely want to get to know you a little bit more. So, I guess what kind of inspired you to, actually become an artist?
Um, that's an awesome question. So growing up, I just grew up with a lot of chaos. I think that my natural ability to express myself as a young kid, but not feel like I got that back, is kind of what attracted me to music. So it's always been something I've kind of done to like get out emotions that I felt were really negative. My dad used to rap when I was growing up, and I never rapped until like later on, I want to say. But just going through a lot of stuff growing up really got me to kind of push my pen. It started off as poetry, singing, and then I just kind of started getting into rapping and just always being really open to expressing myself through music. So that's kind of how I got into it.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. It's nice that you had, someone, your father, to kind of, influence you into starting music. So that's
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, awesome. And I do want to talk a little bit about your project Mood Swings. I believe that was your last project. So I listened to some of the music and I thought it was so dope. Like, first
Thank
of all, you
you.
have a very powerful voice, which I
Thank
love.
you.
And I feel like having a voice like that is definitely going to make you stand out because I feel like there are certain girls right now, like, and I think they're all great, don't get me wrong. Some of them have a distinctive voice, like, when Meg the Stallion, when you hear her, it's her, you know.
Yeah.
So same with Nikki. So I
Yeah.
feel like with you, it's definitely gonna make people actually know, like, okay, this is Kinga. Like when I
Yeah. Thank
I
you.
think
That's
it's
awesome.
pretty dope. Absolutely, absolutely. And I feel like your singing style, so I want to kind of get into that too. It's different. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how you would describe it, but for me, like I feel like it's not exactly R&B. It sounds different. It's hard for me to put a nail on it. So I
Mhm.
want you to kind of describe your music, and what type of style do you think you have?
Definitely. It's funny because I kind of feel like that about myself too. I think that like I'm just really inspired by all music. Growing up, I listened to a lot of different kinds of music.
Mhm.
I think that the music I connected with most my whole life was rock music. So like rock and hip hop. So I think that like sometimes like you might hear a lot of guitars in my songs or just like alternative kind of singing. I don't really know what to call it. Maybe alternative R&B. I'm not really sure. It's just like depending on my mood is like how I whatever like that really comes out and just like the kind of beats or style that I choose. But like a lot of guitar sounds really get my ear and I just like naturally write and I just like a lot of different beats. So basically when I hear something that gets my creative juices flowing, whenever I'm feeling something negative or anything, then I'm just able to write. So I mean, I feel like when I rap, it's rap music, it's hip hop, or whatever people might portray that as. But when I sing, um, I would just say it's some sort of alternative, just like urethral. I don't even know. You're like just something different.
Yeah.
Definitely different. I can't pinpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like you're just creating a new genre of your own. You never
So
know.
cool. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
like
sure people will hop on it eventually, right?
yeah. No, I'm not say the word, but yeah, that would be dope. Then they'd be like, "Oh, Kinga started this or something," and then get more people on the wave. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Exactly. I love it. And I guess I know that you had mentioned to me before that you kind of took a hiatus from music. So I
Yeah.
guess what was like the turning point for you that made you want to get back into doing this again?
Um, I think that as an independent artist, I feel like other people might be able to understand and like relate to this, but I feel like it's really hard as the independent artist to kind of have guidance and know what exactly to do. So I've been
Mhm.
working on music for a while and I always struggled with like marketing and like the business aspect of it because I feel like it's easy for the artist to be the creator and know what they want to put out, what they want to create, see their vision come to life. But it's really hard to like find your people, your like your fan base, like your core people that are going to support and like rock with your stuff. So like I think after a while of just putting out so much stuff and feeling like I was confused as to where I was going, if I was going anywhere, I kind of took a step back and like tried to just like come up with more of a plan and like figure things out. And oddly enough, in the midst of that, I met someone who was managing me now. And so I kind of took a step back and just decided, you know what, I'm gonna take a step back from social media and just create for like 365 days. And at first, the plan wasn't even to take that long of a break. I was just going to take some time away, maybe a few weeks, a few months. But then before I knew it, it turned to like a year. And I kind of just stepped away from everything. So I didn't have to feel judgment, even coming from myself. And I just created a lot of different songs. I wrote a lot of music. I created a lot of different ideas and just wrote down a lot of different visuals that I felt like would help portray the things that I was expressing. And then like once I met my manager, I was able to get connected with a lot of other people in the industry. And it was just time for me to give it a go. And just like, I feel like when you take a break and anything that you love and you're ready to come back, you kind of get nervous and you don't know when to come back and what to do. Cause then you start overthinking. You're like, what do I come back with? What should I do? Like, so I just had to like, just, okay, here I come, and just like release a new song and then just go with it. And like, I felt a lot better doing that because I have someone now who is doing the business part and more helping with marketing while I'm still doing that, you know, doing different things, networking, like meeting you and being honored to be a part of your show. Just also having somebody who's really educated in that marketing part and like managing and finding shows and things like that. So I just love music so much, and I don't feel like I can really live without making music. And so like, you know, the break was good for me mentally and for my creative juices, and just I needed to make a lot of different changes. And I felt like everyone goes through certain periods in their life where things change, relationships change with people, yourself. And so it was just like stepping back and taking it all in and just really figuring myself out and coming back, being sure of myself and just being confident. So I was just so excited. By the time I came back, I was so eager. I was just like, okay, I'm ready to release. Like, I want to come back. I'm ready to show everyone what I've been doing. And so now I feel like less pressure. I don't feel like I judge myself as much as before. I don't feel like I hold these unrealistic standards or just look at it as like, how many people will do this or that or the other thing. While that metrics are important, you know, creation has always been the number one reason why I got into making music. So I just try to like I understand the business aspect, but just go full throttle with it and not judge myself and let myself be creative. And whoever comes to me and flows to me, those are my people, because not everybody's for you, but the right people are, and they'll stay and they'll support you. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. No, no, thank you for sharing that. I love that. And it's so easy to get lost when you do take a break, right? Like, I feel like sometimes, like, some people give up when you take a break because they don't know what to do,
Yes.
when to come back, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you get in your head, you start to overthink things. But I'm glad that you kind of created a strategy. You ended up like having someone for marketing and having someone for something else to kind of
Yeah.
you to get your music out there. So I think that you know, you did the right thing. So,
Thank you.
yeah, of course, it's not easy. So I'm really proud of you.
Thank you so much. That's so kind. Thank you.
Course, absolutely, absolutely. And there are a lot of new artists out there, of course, a lot of new female artists for sure. I guess who are you inspired by? And if there's anyone that's currently in the business that you would be able to collab with, who would that be? Two questions.
That's a great question. I'm really inspired by a lot of people that make music, just because I feel like a lot of musicians today, they really like work hard. I do feel like the music industry is struggling with just organic artists, original people that like have passion and just like emotion, storytelling and things like that. So I feel like while I love hip hop, I love to rap and I love to make music, um a lot of the music today isn't really inspiring me as much. I think more of the work ethic inspires me, and just seeing people, you know, get in their bag and be able to make a career out of what they're doing. But I like a lot of different artists today. I feel like, you know, I don't know these people as people and I'm very moral. So it's hard for me to be like, I love them. But as far as music goes, I like a lot of old school stuff. I like a lot of today's stuff. I really like Lauryn Hill. I really like, I don't listen too much female rappers as maybe I should. I try to like kind of get more inspired by things that go on with me rather than other artists. But, obviously we love Nicki. I
Mhm.
love to see a lot of the new artists do the stuff today. And I also, it's hard to see, some of the new up and comers do some stuff that I just feel like, like isn't that great, but I try not to judge because I'm where I am and they're where they are. But I like a lot of new music. I like a lot of artists. I like a lot of bands. I would love to do music with like I seen this new female rapper. She's really dope. Her name's Doechii, I think, and she's from TDE. She's just
Yes.
so
My God, I'm
dope.
glad you mentioned her. Sorry to cut
Yeah, she's
you.
just
I love
she's
her.
like keeping the rap game like she's an artist, and I feel like the
Yes.
industry needs more of that, and I really like that. I really like obviously Kendrick, and I really like Baby Keem. I really like a lot of the artists that are out there today. I really like St. John. He's somebody who he came up in the industry kind of writing for artists, so
Mhm.
he might be not as known, but he's just really incredible, and a lot of like really dope artists out there. I like a lot of different bands, and Miley Cyrus, like I really like her music as well. I feel like she's one of the top singers like in the
Mhm.
world. I feel like she's just really talented, and her sister Noah too. And there's so many great artists out there, but I feel like hip hoppers really needing that new like artist, not like the new trend, the new this, that, and that's where like Doechii comes in, and I feel like that's where Kiinga comes in, and it's just like time to get back to like the original people that are organic and can really, you know, have music come from their heart. Like I write all my music, like everything comes from me, like, and I like that, and I'm just ready to be like in bigger platforms so I can see, people can see how far I can really take it. So yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, everyone that you named, I agree. Like they're all great.
Yeah.
Kendrick's like my favorite. J.
Yes.
Cole, Tupac.
J.
Tupac
Cole's
is
crazy. Tupac is one of my favorites. Yeah, Biggie too. All of them. They're all so
yes.
dope, so wonderful. Kanye West, I know is very controversial, but
Hmm.
he's probably like for me the number one artist that I hold dear to my heart. Again, I don't really know him as a person, and he's very misunderstood a lot of the time, but I just
Hmm.
feel like he's so incredible musically, and I feel like the best of all time. So yeah, just like a lot of different music and a lot of different bands. Taking Back Sunday's a rock band that I'm really inspired by, and just I love music so much, so I try not to limit myself. I listen to almost all genres, and I just
Oh,
love music.
yeah, no, I love that. I don't meet too many artists that listen to all genres. They just stick to the one that they're actually currently in.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes you unique. And you mentioned Doechii, and I find that she's very creative, super creative. I mean, I don't think I've heard anything like that. The only other person, female, that well, actually two, I would say Missy Elliott, who's super
Yeah.
creative,
Have
and
her in there.
in a good, I'm gonna say in a good way. I know she's also controversial. I'm not,
Yeah.
a huge fan of her, but her music was dope when she first came out. Azalea Banks.
Oh yeah, she's got that
Yeah,
creative juice when she first came out. Yeah, yeah. She gets
like
a lot of controversy around her. Yeah, yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah, but
absolutely.
she's definitely she has the talent, and Missy definitely has the talent. Those are
Yes,
really good ones that I missed. Yeah.
absolutely. Ah, love it. We definitely have some similar taste in music.
Yeah.
So, and I guess if you weren't doing music, I guess is there another passion that you have? Like, is there something else that you kind of want to get into eventually, or if you just never discovered music, like what would you want to do?
I'm so weird because I like a lot of different things. Like I'm all besides writing music and performing, I dance as well. So I love to dance so much. That's also something I really do for self-expression. That like that I started going to performing arts high school,
Mhm.
and then teaching dance after I graduated. Excuse me. And then like teaching young youth and teaching adults. I love to dance. I would love to do so many things, like open up a dance studio. And to me, I feel like, even as a musician, like once I get where I really want to be, I feel like I'm going to be able to do all those things. But right now, my current job, I work with youth and I help youth in the community, like with their future. And I'm very passionate about the children in the world. I'm very passionate about helping a lot of kids that their parents don't have tools to get them where they need to be, and just helping their parents. And I run a program right now that helps kids get jobs, helps them do trainings, helps them follow their passion and see what they can do with what they enjoy to do, which is so important. So like I feel like, the kids are really the future. I know that's like a common thing to say, but they're who are going to be here when we're not. And so it's so important to guide them. And I have a son, so like I just love kids. I love kids so much. I love people. I love helping.
Mhm.
So just anything helping and bringing awareness, especially for youth, because they don't always have that voice, and just teaching them to advocate for themselves is something that I'm really passionate about. So just bringing that worldwide and being able to travel and do things for youth and have them speak for themselves and travel and just be their own voice and do things for their communities is something that I feel is really dope and I'm really into. So yeah, I feel like if I didn't do music at all, I would just completely hone in on that. But I want to do all of them and I want to do both. And like, it
Yeah.
gives me anxiety thinking about, oh, no more music again. I'm like, no. Like sometimes I'm like, oh my God, it's just so hard. It's so annoying. I don't want to do it. But then it's just always like when you're over stressed and overthinking, like you were saying. But I
Mhm.
just really love helping people. I really like being there for people. Like, I would be a therapist if I wasn't so sensitive, but I'd probably cry because of every person's situation. So that won't happen. But just helping others and being there for others and like helping people be like learn how to get through stuff creatively, with their whatever way they like to express themselves. It's just so important to be connected like that. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, and I think giving back is the best thing that anyone can do, right? Like,
Absolutely.
also when you give back, good comes back to you in return.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
great. But I love that you, work with the youth. That is very important, and we definitely need more people like that for sure. We
Yeah.
definitely need better role models as well.
Yeah, it's important. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to be just like this musician that's like, oh, she's the best. Like, I
Yeah.
want to be known for, the person I am too. And I know
Mhm.
people get caught up in the industry, but like, I don't want to be like the person that has really good music that's like a piece of crap. Like, I want to be the person that has good music that, isn't like that, that gives back, that cares about that, like who they are. And I don't want to lose myself becoming a musician?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That actually makes me think of Nipsey Hussle. He was
Yeah.
literally that exact same person you just described. Unfortunately, of course, I know he lost his life
Yeah.
from by doing that. Really, I
Yeah.
believe he was in his neighborhood. I think in front of his store where it happened.
Yeah.
So it's very unfortunate that things like that happen. But I do think that seeing him just being able to give back to his community, providing resources to his community as well, I think that definitely will kind of influence others to continue to do that, of course.
Absolutely.
Um,
Definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. And I do have a question for you. So, what part of Connecticut are you from?
I'm from Willimantic, I would say. I've moved so many times, but like right now I live in Mansfield, but it's right next to Willimantic. And I guess I would rep Willimantic because I went to high school there. That's where the town and the surrounding towns that I help a lot of the youth, and I collaborate with the community and engage with different businesses and things like that. So just
Mhm.
around that area, it's kind of close to like it's maybe 30 minutes from Manchester, but from Mansfield, it's like 25 minutes. So I'm kind of in the middle of like a lot of different small town, city like areas in Connecticut. Like Willie,
Mhm.
I would say I rep Willie, hope they rep me.
Okay. Really do. I love that. It's so funny. I'm from the complete opposite side, so Stamford. Like,
Stanford, so you're towards New York.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's cool.
yes,
That's
yes.
cool.
It's so funny because I went to Eastern Connecticut State in Willimantic.
Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah. It's a
Yes,
good school they have there, and then UConn is like a little like in stores, like maybe 10 minutes away. Yeah.
very
So it's
close.
very like it's city like in a way, but at the same time it's not. It has a lot of good things for the community, but I feel like sometimes the people ruin it. But it could be like that anywhere. And so I feel like
Yeah.
that's why I really like to talk with the kids, teach them and help them realize, like, you got to give back. You got to learn about your community and do positive things, because a lot of them struggle just with how they were raised and how they're brought up.
Yeah.
So yeah, we try to like really help the kids so that way they can see life differently and see their future differently too.
Absolutely. Love that. Since we are on that topic of kids and just people in general, I guess what piece of advice would you give to, I guess, your younger self? Like, what piece of
Um,
advice would you give yourself?
that's a good one. Probably many things, but I would say just I would say don't let the overthinking be the reason why you stop doing what you love, and be so hard on yourself and believe all the negative things you think, because your thoughts aren't really always the truth.
Hmm.
They kind of can just be like, one thought turns into a million other thoughts, and then you're ruminating about some negative stuff. Or sometimes I feel like anyone might feel like you get so much good feedback, and then one negative thing, or you mess up, or you make a mistake, and since you're so passionate and love what you do so bad, you feel like the world is ending sometimes, and then you just want to like disappear. And I would just tell myself, like, as long as you just keep going and believe and have faith in what you're doing, and you're doing it with a good heart and without any ulterior motives with the people around you or even yourself, and you stay true to yourself, you can't go wrong. You just got to keep going. And there's always that part, like the burn, where it feels like you're not getting anywhere. You feel like you don't have anybody, nobody understands you and what you're doing, and you just got to get through that part to get to where you want to be. And it's easy to just quit right then and there because you feel like so empty, like you can't hear or see any signs around you. But
Hmm.
if you like really trust yourself, my old self, young self, trust yourself, you can like really go far and just
Yeah.
keep going. I never want to give up. And there's been so many times that I wanted, like, that I'm like, I can't do it. I just like,
Yeah.
I've tried, I can't. And like, no matter what, I always come back to it because I just can't stop, and I can. So I would just tell myself, the negativity, don't take it too seriously. It's a normal part of life. It's a normal part of other people, not knowing you and feeling confident to say things to you, because the internet is so big today. And half the things people say online, nobody would be comfortable talking to each other like that in person. But the internet has changed a lot. And so, like, just thicker skin and just stay true to yourself. You don't have to turn into a nasty, terrible person to get where you want to be. And
Yeah.
just believe in yourself and have faith. Yeah.
Yeah. No, love that. I can use that advice.
Yes, we all can. I get it.
Yes, no, I love that. No, that's beautiful. And I think that just staying optimistic is definitely gonna, take you places for sure. So,
Yeah.
um, and there is another thing I want to touch on. So, just being from Connecticut, I feel like we have a lot of talent out here. People like you, of course, super talented, super creative. Do you feel like just being from Connecticut or still being here kind of sets you back or kind of limits you into, I guess, getting further in your career?
I think when I first started, that was a common theme with me. I'm like, I got to get out of Connecticut if I want to be somebody. I got to get out of Connecticut if I want to level my career up, because Connecticut is a small state. And,
Hmm.
sometimes it does feel like there's only so far you can go. But again, with social media and the right people, I think that's really what it is. Like before, I didn't have like a team. Now I have like a team of people that really solidly believe in me. I'm not paying money to like have these people be a part of me right now. They're
Hmm.
doing it out of the graciousness of their heart because they literally just believe that I can be somebody. So I think when you're around the right people and you have the right mindset, it doesn't matter where you are, because I can get a plane ticket to go anywhere else. I went to Cali last year and I did a video in Hollywood, and I posted it and it did well. But like, I think that your journey is your journey. The process is the process, and nobody can like make that just disappear or shorten it. It's just gonna happen. Like things happen where they're gonna happen, and it doesn't matter where you're from. There's people that are from smaller random places, Oregon, anywhere, and they're big artists. You just really got to push yourself and
Hmm.
be around the right people that know how to help you with the areas you lack. And I feel like I finally had that. So While I do think that being from certain places can challenge you, I don't think it's impossible. I don't think that means like, okay, I'm just gonna be, oh, she's good for Connecticut or she's big in Connecticut, like that's the start. And then, people are gonna find you, people are gonna hear you, people are gonna love you and support you, and then they're gonna see how far you can take it. But that was definitely something that I felt like if I don't get out of here, like it's it for me. And it's not true. It's just what it matters what you do with what you have. And sometimes that is all you can do, and you can see how far that takes you in the beginning, and you meet people along the way that can help you take it farther and get you in other places. Like my music's been played in other states and even other countries just because I know somebody who knows how to market, like, so it's not impossible. It's just a lot of hard work, and you have to trust the process. As whack as that sounds, I struggle trusting. I'm like, I've been doing this for so long. Like,
Yeah.
like, come on. But you got to trust the process. If you keep it up, like, you're going to get to where you want to be. So I would say don't let where you're from limit you. Like, it doesn't, people are from places that are full of so much violence, and they become the biggest artists and rep for their places, and like Chicago, anywhere. Yeah, like, so it's really good to just not limit yourself with certain mindsets and just like trust the process and know that everyone has a journey. There's no just getting there. And a lot of people that just get there, they fall off. It's just a trendy thing. But if you want to be someone that lasts, you got to trust the process and just go through with it, because, there's a ladder to it. It's not like you can take the escalator there. It takes time.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's true. Everyone's got their journey. Timing is everything. And I'm
Mhm.
excited to learn that as
Yeah.
each day goes by. So
Yeah, exactly.
you did mention people, right? Like, I feel like having the right people around you, having the
Yeah.
right team is definitely going to get you to where you want to be, because it's hard to be a one-man show. Like,
You
and
are
I
not lying.
wow. So,
Yeah,
it's great that you have that help for sure. But of course,
absolutely.
your talent is what's really going to gravitate people towards you. So
Yeah,
just keep pushing,
definitely.
and I'm sure
Yeah,
you'll make it.
thank you.
I got you. Of course, of course. All right. So my last question for you is, I guess, what's next for you? Any goals? Any future projects that you're currently working on?
So, I have a few more singles that I want to release before putting out a small EP to kind of test the waters as far as like what people are really feeling from me. And then I have like I just started yesterday. I have my little, I don't know if you can see my whiteboard over here. My
Yes.
mess of chicken scratch. I have like a little corner of like my album that I wanna, so like I made so many songs and I have a lot of songs in the vault. So I've just been like taking my time kind of putting projects together that make sense. And so I have um an EP that I'm going to be releasing soon, and an album that almost has all the songs. It's going to be a two-sided album, which I'm really excited about. And just releasing a lot of new music, full-length videos. I haven't released any music videos yet since I came back, just like little teasers to songs I've put out there, but a lot of visuals that take it to the next level, different from all my other videos that I've had out there. I hope to see myself being able to perform in really dope places with really dope artists and doing songs with bigger artists, and eventually just be able to open up and have my own shows. And then from there, chicka boom, I'm out there, doing tour and all. Then you, Kiinga this, Kiinga that, she's here, the new star. So yeah, like hopefully, like with me pushing my stuff, and like I'll just get the right people, and then I'll be able to have that core fan base and just keep going, because I have so many really, really I'm really songs that I'm really excited about, really excited to share, that are just like coming from my soul, and that's what I do best. So yeah, just keeping on releasing a lot of music, visuals, and getting where I really want to be, which is the big stage.
Yes, and you will get there, especially with that attitude. And you have a
Yeah.
great personality, I must say. Like, I know a lot of
Oh,
people
thanks.
change once they get big, but I feel
Yeah.
like you're so authentic. I feel like you'll probably remain humble.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so kind. Thank you.
I'm super excited for you. That's awesome.
Thanks so much. You've been awesome, Tina. This has been a really great interview.
Aw, love it.
You're
Thank
that
you.
girl.
Ooh, yes. We should definitely meat up too, for sure.
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
send you my information since you're
Yeah.
in Connecticut. So might as
Yeah.
well.
Definitely.
Yes. But thank you so much for joining my show, Kinga. This was awesome. Can't wait to release
Absolutely.
this. Um,
Yeah.
Also, are you able to just share like your social media where people can find you?
Absolutely. For Instagram, my handle is at Kiinga860. So it's two I's, Kiinga. And a lot of people want to know why. It's because the word king is obviously for males, but growing up, I like when I started rapping, especially, I always wanted to be like in the same category as males because I felt like women rappers weren't really respected as much as being talented and lyrical as men. So that's why I added the two I's for I am king and the A at the end for it to be kind of female, like just changed to a female. So that's why it's Kiinga with two I's. I am king and I'm a girl. So yeah, it's Kiinga 860 with two I's. It's Kiinga 860 also on TikTok. And for my Spotify and Apple Music, it's capital Kiinga. So follow me on there for my latest releases.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank
Can't
you
wait to
so
release
much for
it.
having me. You were wonderful, and your questions were amazing. Hands down, one of the best interviews I've done.
Thank
Thank you.
you. So thank you. I appreciate it. We'll definitely talk more. So once this is over, I will edit this, and
Okay.
I'm definitely aiming to just release it probably by end of next week.
Yeah,
I'm just
sounds
figuring
good.
out
Whenever you want.
the best day to like release it. So I'm thinking Fridays is when I'll release my
Yeah,
interviews.
sounds good. I'll be there to support and share it and be like, I know Tina Blaze. That was me.
Soon I'll be saying, "Oh, I know Kiinga. I was one of the there." So
Yo, I hope so.
you're the best. Thank
Thank
you so much.
you. Thank you so
We'll
much.
talk
This is
soon.
awesome. We
Of course.
will. All
Of
right.
course. I'll talk to
Bye.
you later. Have a good night. All
Bye.
right.